Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Scotto's Garden, where the more we know, the better we grow. Zone 6 Urban Gardening. Absolutely gorgeous day here in the Gym City. Wednesday, what do we call Wednesday here at Scotto's Garden? It's Weeding Wednesday. Weeding Wednesday is important for a lot of reasons. It's a time we prune and we get all our stuff up out of there and get all our leaves and stuff off the ground. It's a time here at Scotto's Garden when we get all the weeds and stuff up away from our raised and above ground garden beds and up out of our beds and all that stuff. And it's the day that we make ourselves a bunch of weed fertilizer. It's absolutely perfect, it's strong, it's full of nitrogen and phosphorus, and that's what we want right now. We want to extract all that nitrogen and all that phosphorus and take it out of there, because those weeds are strong. Those weeds are coming. They're resilient. They're coming no matter what. They're nice and they're green and they're strong and they're just keep on coming. So we want to extract all that out of there, all that goodness out of there, and turn it into a fertilizer that we can use. And the garden gods gave it to us so it can be here for free. It's all around us. Don't throw those weeds away. And if you're going to throw some away, take some out and make you some fertilizer. Because once you start doing that, you won't stop. Your plants will absolutely love it. I promise you that. So here we go. This is how we do it. Real easy. What you want to do is you want to first get you a bucket with a top, a nice clean bucket, and you want to gather up all those weeds. So we got a bunch of weeds right here. It doesn't matter because you want the real different variety. You want a bunch of different weeds in there so you can extract a bunch of different nitrogen and phosphorus content. You feel me? So we're going to stuff those in our box or in our bucket, whatever, you know, pail or whatever you want to call it. Just make sure it has a lid. You feel me? And if you don't have a lid, get some plastic and put something on top of it, because that's going to be important. So once we get our weeds in there, you know, you want to put them in there so they're about yay high. Fill it on up. You want to get some dechlorinated water. Once again, what is dechlorinated water? Water that's just been sitting outside so the chlorine evaporates, because we don't want the chlorine to kill our microbes and all the stuff that we're trying to suck up out of there, the nutrients and all that stuff, because the microbes are going to be doing their thing. Because once again, what happens? Worms feed the microbes, or recycle it. They feed the microbes. Microbes eat the worm stuff and recycle it into what the plant's roots can suck up. So what we're doing is we're skipping the worm part basically, and we want to super get those microbes kicked up. You feel me? So they're going to be in there doing their thing, and then once we pour it into our garden beds, the roots will be able to immediately absorb it up. And this is, see, when we're de-weeding or we're getting our weeds out, a lot of times we pull them out and they still connected to those little roots with that dirt ball around it. That dirt ball is full of microbes. So we want, over the next couple days, we want our microbes in there to be eating and getting happy and doing their thing. That way, when they put it back into the water, it's going to be super nutrient rich and power packed for those plants to suck right up. So I also have here is some unsulfured molasses. This is really going to wake those microbes up and give them something to feed so they can really be feeding and doing their thing to the other compost and stuff. So you want to make sure your molasses is unsulfured. Just get a little bit, put it in there too. Put that up. Now we're going to grab our dechlorinated water, pour it right on in there. Now this is very similar to my grass fertilizer. It just doesn't have the molasses in it, but it's the same process and it works great. But your weeds have more phosphorus and more nitrogen content than just the grass, so we really want to harness that. And this is early months, so we really want our plants to get real big and strong. Towards the end of June, July, August, we're going to transfer to more of a potassium rich fertilizer, because we don't want to keep influencing plant growth with big leaves and stuff. We want to really encourage fruit and flower growth. So we're going to kind of bring the nitrogen down, and we're going to bring the potassium and phosphorus level way up. But that comes during later months. Right now, this is what we need, especially here in Zone 6. So once you've got your water, your molasses, and your weeds in there, we're going to cover it up. Every couple days, you're going to leave this in there for 3 days. And sorry. Every couple days, we're going to shake it up real good with a stir. Now, after it's all the way done. Now I'm telling you, after day 2, it's going to start to smell. And if you're worried about the smell, drill a top in the hole, get a hose like this, put it in there, and then put the hose into a cup of water. That'll dissipate the smell, especially if you're doing it like in your garage or in your house or something like that. This really works well. So, okay, let's go. What else we're going to need after it's been sitting for 3 days and it's ready? Get you a clean bucket, get you a strainer. We're going to pop this off of there. Whoo, that smell. I haven't got used to it. I've come to respect it, but it stinks. You feel me? So, hold on. Phew. All right, here we go. Now, be careful because, like I said, it stinks. Here we go. Now what I like to do is pour it all the way in there, and once it has drained out, let me show you, I like to add this big heap to my compost. So that's what I'll do. Once it's drained all out of there, I'll take this, add it to my compost pile, and cover it up with some dirt. Now that we've got our strained fertilizer in here, it's liquid. It's going to be the consistency of like a real light syrup. Now we can use it. And trust me, it's ready to use right now. But it's very, very strong. So all you have to do is put a cup of this fertilizer into 1 gallon, and it works absolutely wonderful. I'm telling you guys. So what we're going to do, bam. Now what I'll do is I'll keep making bottles of this, and here we go. This is a wonderful, wonderful, nutrient-rich, I'm talking about nitrogen-rich, potassium is on the low end because it hasn't started to fruit or flower. So you don't get a lot of potassium with this, but it's super rich with nitrogen and phosphorus, and that's what we want now. So like I said, I know a lot of you guys are like, where the potassium at? Not yet. We want to concentrate on plant and root development. Not a big call on the fruit and flower yet. So, especially here in Zone 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover this up. But I'm going to use this now. So, I've already got my dechlorinated water in here, about 1 gallon of it. I'm going to pour some of this in there. Shake it up. And now it is ready to go. That is ready to water all your plants of all kind. I suggest you do it in the evening. Once that sun starts to go down, because this is very strong. We don't want to cause any splash burns or any like that on our leaves or plants. So make sure you do it in the evening or in the very, very early morning. This is Scano's Garden, and this is how you make weed fertilizer. It's a wonderful thing. Keep gardening, keep growing. Follow, like, and subscribe at Scano's Garden. Holla at your boy. Out.